Okay. All right. That's pretty good. All right. So that was just me and Garland, right? I
With
mean,
what?
in terms of like recording our own audio, right?
Well, we're all doing it just in case something goes horribly wrong with Craig. Craig saying there's an error right now.
I
Its
mean,
name has just been that
yeah, I
forever.
think it's just stuck to recording error now.
Okay.
But
I'm
yeah,
sorry, Craig.
I'm not.
I'm not. Fuck Craig. No, no. Good. This has really been good device.
Craig, if anyone comes, whistle.
Craig and Day Day.
Top flight security guards of the world.
Heard y'all ducking and dodging my moms and shit.
We didn't skip through almost every Friday.
Yeah, we have to say all three at this point. No,
Except
we didn't do
next
next
Friday.
Friday.
We
Yeah, we
next
didn't do next
Friday.
Friday.
How the big sister bigger than the little sister? Wait, that's backwards. What?
Yeah. Oh no, I'm an Aztec warrior.
No more locked doors. Gracias.
Chupita, cabrón. Te odio.
I think this just proves that Friday After Next is just maybe dumber, but it's like an overall funnier movie because it just has more like clippable like bits from it and shit.
What is you smoking, dog? Friday After Next. No,
Every Friday after the first, I hate.
Like,
wow.
I personally, that's a statement. I personally like Next Friday more than the other two.
Indeed.
Friday is a classic. Next Friday did something different and took the story to another level. Friday After Next is at best a Christmas movie, and you can tell they tried too hard.
It is a Christmas movie.
It's a Christmas movie.
I just remember Friday After Next more because I don't know. I just remember
Has
it
it
way
come
more.
out more recently?
Wake up, saying funny.
Whoa.
Just like them, like
relax, because the Upshaws is an amazing show on Netflix.
I don't even know what the fuck that is.
I haven't checked.
You don't watch Netflix, like you don't watch. Definitely don't watch like comedy.
But you were talking to me. You told me to chill out, and then you counterpointed to me. So if you know I don't know it, why would you say it?
All I know
I'm not gonna go watch it, but I had to be said.
Clay's mom recommended the Upshaws to me, and that kind of put a negative point towards it. So
wow,
my guy,
he ain't disagreeing with me. He ain't disagreeing with me.
Well,
fuck y'all. Anyway.
welcome one and all back to another wonderful episode of the Self-Made Monsters podcast. To be honest with you, I forgot what episode that we're on.
6.
It don't matter.
It don't matter.
It does. We're on episode 6.
They go up when they go up. That's what matters.
Episode 5 just dropped. Go check that out if you haven't already. Did y'all see my tweet? I put a tweet out. Y'all say I'll be fucking proposing. I put a tweet out and I've been talking about it on stream.
I saw your tweet. I saw you put it on the fleet. We got like 3 extra views than normal. I appreciate you using your Hollywood status to.
As you see, I ain't shit.
I don't follow him on Twitter. What the fuck? When did this happen?
That one proves I ain't shit. if I did all that, it went up. So we can stop this Hollywood shit.
No, you Hollywood. You got 3 people to follow. That's a start.
That's a start.
Yo, Neil Breen got thousands of followers, so like I know you can do it, dog. I know you can do it.
Wow, yeah, it's true. It's true. Neil Breen does actually have thousands of followers.
People love that man.
Neil Breen, if you ever listen to this, I have no problem with you as a person. You seem like a genuinely okay guy, but man.
I got questions. If we could get him on the podcast someday, that'd be great.
That would be great. I feel like he would do it like right now, as it already is, just for the sake of like, hey, any publicity is good publicity, you know. And I'm like, and I appreciate you for that, but like, how do you do the things you do without stopping or just going like, you know what, maybe people don't need to see this because man, be here. What was it?
I am here. Now.
It's just
I never thought I would say this. I think I would rather rewatch The Last Airbender than watch that movie ever again in life.
I gotta agree. That's a hard agree with me. Yeah, The Last Airbender, M. Night Shyamalan, leagues better than
Then I am
I'm
here
here
now.
now. Damn
I
shame.
fell asleep on the movie and still saw too much.
Yeah.
You missed out on all the I don't want to say funny, but interesting decisions he made in this film.
And like for
No,
the
I
life
saw
of
at
me,
least half of that bitch.
at least I know I saw the majority of it, but I'm like, I honestly don't remember any of the plot, to be honest with you. Like the first time I saw it like
No,
years
he
ago,
came back.
I
He
don't
was
remember it.
Jesus.
He was Techno
Jesus,
Jesus.
He was
yeah,
techno
techno
Jesus.
Jesus.
Techno Jesus, remember.
But he never did anything techno after that scene.
Mhm.
True.
Like his computer chips went away, the
No,
wires disappeared.
he froze people in time. I think that counts as like techno and Jesus power. No, Jesus froze people, right? That was somewhere in the New Testament.
Did he? What?
I'm
Hold up.
stepping
What?
back from this.
When was this? What? I knew.
That might have been the Old Testament.
You think it might have been the Old Testament?
Bro,
Yeah,
I knew he
Jesus
had.
in the Old Testament? What?
hell
I
is
knew
hot.
he had alchemy tech that he had on like
What? What are you talking about?
infinite like no cooldown on his alchemy tech. You know, turning water into wine, rocks
Dude
into
said no
fucking bread and
cooldown.
shit.
Making like fish and bread. You know, he had an infinite spawning basket with fish and bread in it. You know, he fed the multitudes.
Yep, definitely had in a couple of sheets like infinite respawn. Well, no, the respawn was on the cooldown, but
So you're saying Jesus had a philosopher's stone?
basically.
What's popcorn shrimp?
Hell is hot. Anyway,
that's why we having hot takes, dog. You know, we getting used to it.
Yeah, Jesus, the most OP character in the game, only because his dad created the server. It's always fucking creator son. just sitting there with all his admin privileges and just going like,
I don't know what I hate more. The fact that shit was bad sacrilegious, or the fact that felt like a fucking what's that shit that everybody hates? A Sword Art Online reference. Like I don't know what exactly I hate more.
It was more like a broad,
and like
more like a broad MMO joke.
No, I don't know why that took me back to Sword Art Online and angered me.
Look, Sword Art Online is fine. Season 1 is fine. For 2012, it's fine. It's anime. Season 2, yeah, it kind of goes downhill from that one. Yeah, but you know, Kirito is Kirito. He's a fucking Chad.
But it did spawn one of the greatest abridged anime series.
That is true.
I haven't seen it.
Sword Art Online Abridged is amazing, and it takes everything that's wrong with the regular show, spins it on its head, and makes it either fucking hilarious or deeper than it was in the original anime. Like it truly outdoes Dragon Ball Z Abridged, which is still amazing. Team Foresight did great work, but these guys took it to a whole new level.
In a weird way, though, it kind of fucked up Abridged series after that, because I think the Sword Art Online Abridged was so good in terms of like making Sword Art Online better, and that every abridged, it seemed like to me like every abridged series after that tried to do the same thing in terms of like trying to make the source material better, whereas keeping to the original roots of no, it's supposed to be kind of a funny dub kind of thing. But
yeah, because it took us to that next level. The only thing that comes close to it is Hellsing Abridged.
Yeah,
Hellsing Abridged was ruined for me by an ex.
Don't let her ruin your life like this.
How?
Because she loved it.
Don't let her control.
And not just loved it. Like it ain't like no. See, I know what you finna do. Not loved it. You know how niggas watch Friday? you know how BET does Baby Boy reruns?
They do. They did do.
That's how it was ran into the ground for me by her.
Oh.
Just every other day, you just hear bitches love cannons.
Yes, and
I'm gonna go for a
son of a Protestant whore. Like, oh my God, never. I'm sorry. I know it's amazing and still can't. That's the fucked up part.
You know what? Hen, I'm gonna ask you to keep this in your back pocket because there's gonna be something at the end. I have a thing. I have a thing for everybody. It's gonna be something in. I want you to keep this in your back pocket. But for right now, real quick, I didn't even finish my intro. Fuck. What up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of the Self-Made Monsters podcast. I'm BigBlackNoir. We got Henvincible
Yeah.
on the mic tonight. We got Claymizer on the
Bonjour.
mic tonight. We got fucking StormBlessed on the mic tonight, and I
Yo.
did his name fucking right. All right, and you got me, the host, with the roast. Okay, and no kidding, I actually got a roast in the oven right now. I gotta take
Oh,
this shit out in like
You know how
45
to
minutes.
turn that thing on? Holy shit.
So we are.
Proud of you.
I know. It seems like he's coming at my head right now, but low key, he's fucking right. I don't do cooking at all, especially with like gas stoves. Can't do it. Scares the fuck out of me.
make
I
sure you
don't.
use oven mitts.
Here's
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah. Thank you for telling him that.
so low key, I gotta leave in like 45 minutes.
I hate
So
this
we gotta
part.
get this shit going because I gotta get in that oven. But
you gotta tell them about how you make sandwiches, dog.
they don't.
Okay,
They don't need to know that.
I can't really be completely on him because I am also a microwave chef, but that's just because until recently, well, not even until recently, I fucking super bachelor pad. I didn't need shit. Plus, the oven was a hand me down, and I didn't know how well it worked.
So like,
To
what would
be
you cook
completely
when
honest,
like women came over?
I would buy shit out.
You
Damn.
weren't. You weren't. You weren't doing. You weren't doing macaroni and cheese with the
No,
chicken strips.
no. I mean, for me, yeah.
You did.
For me, yeah. Like the easy back, like the cups.
You wasn't doing Velveeta.
Nah.
I don't care what
But
anybody says.
Love
Fuck
nah,
Velveeta.
Velveeta is great.
I love it.
It's the best.
You ain't got time
first
to
of
make
all,
some good
not that
Big Mac,
many.
make sure.
Shocker, believe it or not that many women came over. The one that
You ain't have to
did,
shoot yourself in the foot like that, dog.
fuck
Real
it,
quick.
fuck it. I'm
Hold
okay
up.
with my life.
Hold up. Him. I'm gonna need you to keep. I'm gonna need you to keep that in your back pocket too. This is
The
all. It's
ex,
all. We're all
the
gonna.
main,
We're all gonna put this together at the end. I swear to
the
God.
main ex that I had, we ate out when she would come over, and the one time she
You
tried to
did.
Hi.
What
But
a 14 kitchen
uh,
discipline.
and the one time that she cooked, she damn near killed my roommate.
Oh damn.
Damn. Okay. Yo, so we did introductions. Just go ahead. Tell this story. How the hell your ex almost killed your roommate?
Cause she made chicken that wasn't fucking fully cooked. But she would always say, "Oh, I know how to cook." That nigga had a fucking stomach ache for like 3 days.
That means
Ooh,
that.
Was it still clucking?
salmonella. She made medium rare chicken for y'all.
That means that chicken was in
I
the
didn't eat.
zone.
I didn't eat. I felt it in my spirit that this probably wouldn't be the best motherfucking idea.
Damn.
And then the other girl I had, she was a nurse. Yeah, we ordered out too. Like, but she was like, she was cool. She didn't. She was a nurse, so we ain't had the most time to hang out like that.
Nurses do be busy though.
But oh man,
Nurses do be
it
busy.
that's she's probably top 3 of I'd be like, fuck, I wish that would have worked out differently.
I feel that. Why didn't it work out? If you don't mind getting into that.
I think I don't remember this part, but she claimed that she told me that she wasn't looking serious in the beginning. I missed that part, so I was going at it with intentions of something serious. So, on top of her being a nurse and working, it just didn't really work out. Plus, one time she dead ass like stood me up on some. Yeah, and that was like I had bought her a Funko Pop of her favorite movie, favorite Disney
Damn.
movie.
Find
I
find these
bought her
find these
the
Funko
fucking,
Pops and everything.
the Rose from Beauty and the Beast. Got
Yeah.
her one of them Jones and some Reese's cups because that was her favorite candy.
Wait, so you got the rolls and the vase and everything?
And the Funko Pops.
And
Don't
that
forget about the
bitch lit
Funko
up,
Pops.
my nigga. And the Rose lit up. It had lights on the inside. You could plug it in.
God damn.
God damn.
And this was like into y'all like deep into y'all dating, or was just like just an early thing?
Yeah, like how many months was
Nah,
this in? No?
we talked for like I don't even maybe 4 months, and this was like I think it was in month 3.
Damn, still you put it
Damn.
all out on the table though. That's what's up.
I mean, yeah,
Motherfucker stood me up because she just could not pick up the phone and hit me and was like, "Yo, I'm tired after work." Like that's just a reasonable shit. You're a nurse. I'm probably divulging too much about this lady. She probably ain't gonna watch. And plus, niggas die every day in Chicago. It's mad nurses there. Um,
Who
um,
cares? Who cares? It's a
and
dumb
yeah,
podcast where you talk about your past and shit.
like
And no, it's called it's called a dick move.
I put a bottle of wine in the freezer, right?
Mm-hmm.
I put it in the freezer because when I got off work, it was relatively short proximity between when I got home and when she was coming over. So I put it in the freezer, fell asleep waiting, woke up and had to clean that bullshit up. Fucking bottle burst. It was green apple Gallo family.
I mean, if your freeze was clean before, Birch had you a nice little slushy.
Yeah.
That bitch first.
That's definitely one way to look at it.
That shit in the cup. Got you a mature icy going right there.
I thought about it, but I was too pissed.
That is definitely one way to take it.
And yeah,
Man.
Jesus,
we still
H.
watch
Christ.
each other's snaps on Snapchat sometimes.
I think that's a
Hey.
given when it comes to like ex chicks, because I don't know about y'all, but I feel like chicks, they do that to see, is he like flossing now? Did I make a mistake in like cutting him off? They just checking to see if they let a big fish go. Maybe that's just my petty way of thinking, but that's how I was always saying when
I
he's
mean,
No,
that
I,
makes sense.
I
yeah,
think
it's
that's
like,
facts, and she finna be sick of what I got planned.
So this
I've been scheming recently.
this is actually a good segue. I was gonna save this to the end, but fuck it, we're already on the subject.
we hit it, just get into it.
I had a big I wanted to do something a little different tonight, right? I want to do something a little special for tonight. I want to have like a little discussion of a subject, and the subject was
Okay.
going to be the broad instances of love.
I would
Just
have rather
love.
we go into it naturally than using the L word, but continue.
Look, oh my god! By the way, the L Word is actually a pretty decent show. It's a throwback. You should watch it. It's weird in its own ways, but it's a good show.
Love, focus, Noir, focus.
Sorry. Yeah, love. Tell me what you guys think about love.
What is love?
Yeah.
Yes, you don't hurt.
I'll go first.
I'm like, I was like, yeah, and you're already in there. It seems like you've had
I've
whirlwind
had some tumultuous times with women.
Whoosh, that is the word.
Brief overview. Uh,
uh-huh.
cheated on
That
the
was
other guy.
brief.
Cheated on with Shorty, the guy that she told me not to worry about. Was
Wait.
talking to this one girl. She got pregnant in the middle of us talking. Not by me.
Oh, I was about to say, like, damn.
Damn.
Out here paying child supports with that Twitch money, I see.
Wow.
Oh no, this
I've
was
only ever seen
This
that
is
in
like
porn.
no, that was 2011.
Like I did not know NTR happens in real life like that. Wow.
NTR.
NTR.
Okay. Anyway,
He's just not going to answer. Okay, continue.
Oh, wait, you were asking what is that?
Yeah, I don't know what that's new to me.
I
What
don't know
is
what the
Oh
fuck
boy!
that
All right, welcome to another edition of BigBlackNoir's Hentai Corner, where I explain and break down
All
hentai
right, stay with
terminology.
me.
No! Fuck that. We're not putting this on the OnlyFans. All right, this is going on the fucking podcast. All right, so NTR is a subsection of a hentai category, right? Where essentially the idea is that it's like you, the viewer, feel a kind of release from being cuckolded by the main girl in the series. It's like when a main girl is like, "Oh, I have this boyfriend, I have this husband, he treats me so right," but then like this big nasty ass fat ass motherfucker comes in and he's like, "Well, I have this big dick, I'm gonna fuck you, stupid," and she's like, "Oh, but I have a husband and boyfriend," but she's like, "This dick is so amazing," and then she's like, "Fuck my husband, this dick is way better, I'd rather be with this guy instead." And like she calls the husband and goes like, "Yeah, I can't come home right now, I'm currently getting fucked by a real man, bye." And the guy is like depressed and he's jerking off to it and shit like that. And as the reader, you're supposed to get off on the idea that's like basically for people who really like the idea of like their significant other just kind of being fucked by somebody else.
All right, the Japanese
Okay.
got this shit all types of figured out.
is.
Granted, there's a subsection of that type of porn on the regular American porn hubs, but
Yeah.
not that surprised.
Okay.
It actually has the starts in World War II, by the way, the whole subsection of Nidorare, but that's a whole history lesson for another day.
Fair enough.
Had a one girl who we didn't. She didn't cheat on me, but we meant different fucking mental mind frames. She was a younger woman, and
What's
How
your
young we
grade?
talking?
huh?
How young
Yeah,
we talking?
we gotta
I
be
was
careful
20.
with this.
Yeah, because I mean,
Whoa.
we just got done talking about
Whoa.
the EDP situation.
Whoa! I was 25. She was 22.
Oh.
Relax
Don't-
on
Don't
me.
don't even say younger woman, because
Relax
I'm
on me.
immediately I'm like,
Like you on some
Relax
Scott
on
Pilgrim
me.
shit? You hanging out in front of the high school?
oh my god,
No.
nobody brings that
Relax
up.
on me.
I
Like-
love Scott Pilgrim to death, and I'm like, everybody in that whole like, if you read the graphic novel, they're like, "Did you know Scott's dating a high schooler?" They're like, "Yeah, no." Everybody's like, I'm like, the fuck do you mean Scott's dating a high schooler?
Yeah, why was this like public news and everybody was cool with it?
They
Yeah,
wasn't
like-
cool with it. That's the thing. I actually just reread them because I bought the colored editions. They were on sale on Amazon. Pick them up. There's 3 volumes and it's beautiful.
Wait,
And
why didn't you ever tell me? I could have gave you mine. I have the whole fucking pack over here.
I wanted my own copies, dog.
Yeah, okay, makes sense.
Yeah. But yes, like they're not okay with it. Everyone gives Scott shit. It's just Scott in his own head. He thinks it's cool, and like Steven Stills kind of gives him some props for it. But Steven Stills is kind of a jackass in and of himself. So
Yeah, it's like all the worst people are like at best kind of like and all the more upstanding people are like, yeah, Scott, no, you're fucking weird. That's not cool.
And
What
here's
the
the
fuck?
thing: the only problem is they are skeevy about him doing it, but it's mainly because of his breakup with Envy. Because it's like, yo, like you're kind of taking advantage of this girl by just using her as a rebound because she's easy to be around. Air quotes. And it's like if you were serious about it and you're not Scott how he is at the beginning of the series, people probably will be less skeeved out. But it's like, Scott, you got a terrible history with women, and you're kind of a dick, but you're the hero in your own mind, and you don't realize that.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Yeah. Too bad the re-release of the game was shit.
I have the online was terrible. I haven't played it fully. Me and Claire are supposed to soon. Just play it to the end.
I haven't actually had a chance to play it yet.
None.
But yeah,
Oh damn.
with that last girl, I'll just say that I don't feel either of us were in the correct mental space at that time for that relationship. And then after that was the nurse. Yeah. And then after that was a girl I had met from Twitch.
Oh,
Yeah.
Twitch girlfriend.
Yeah.
How'd that go?
Not it was
never
on
mind
and
then.
off only over Discord for like a year or so. And then we met. I drove down to where she was, and we actually had a great time.
Oh.
I felt like, but after that, it was just not the same energy. So
Aw.
yeah, so it that ended.
So with all of these
Since
experiences,
then, I'll just be chilling.
what would you say your opinions on relationships and romance these days?
Uh, I think they are still possible. I I think I may or may not be in the correct standing to have a successful one.
Hmm.
Like, but I've also heard the argument for myself that it that will bring me focus, which is possible as well.
A
But
relationship or just
both,
a
but
situation?
both, but either or as well.
A situationship?
All right, probably not a situationship. That's just gonna piss me off.
Hold up. That's a new word to me. What? What?
So a situationship is when you and the person aren't exactly officially dating. You
Yeah,
guys just kind of have a life situation that works for you. So like you interact on a not need to know on a as needed basis, be it romantically, sexually, or socially. So like y'all usually seen out together, usually do things together, but you ain't on each other's social media. And if anybody asks, no, that's just my homie.
yeah.
Huh. Oh my god. Oh.
It used to just be called friends with benefits. It's
No,
situationship
but
because of
well,
August Alsina and Jada Pinkett Smith.
I would disagree with that because friends with benefits is a different thing because a situationship doesn't necessarily mean y'all friends. Friends with benefits
Oh
pretty
no,
much
that's not
means
Oh
situationship.
shit.
I'm saying
yeah.
no, situationship is a thing. I'm thinking entanglement is the new
Yeah,
situationship.
entanglement's
Yeah,
a different thing
that's
because
what I'm
I guess
thinking.
I've seen it
oh,
in Jada
Yeah,
Pinkett's situation. Yeah,
oh,
friends with
oh.
benefits is literally just we are
yeah, no,
actually friends. We get along on that level, but we bang when it's convenient too. We just try to if there are feelings in the sex, we separate that from our friendship. And typically, you'll see friends with benefits where it's like you're the friend that whoever they're currently dating side eyes all the time because even if y'all two won't admit it to them, they know.
Hold up. Pimpin',
yeah.
pimpin'.
So
Look at Storm here.
situationship
He got the
is
game on
actually the old.
lockdown.
Yeah, that's the old terminology now. Now everybody just calls everything an entanglement.
Well, that actually kind of died out a little while ago. Mainly, you hear about entanglements when like people don't want to acknowledge it as a situationship or friends with benefits type deal. It's an entanglement because it's like these two people are tied up together, like officially, like they probably live together, rent together, got kids and all that other bullshit. But they got like they side pieces that like they kind of like know about or keep them around. But it's not like officially acknowledged. It's like that's what they do. We have an understanding, and like all these lines crossing is an entanglement.
Oh my god.
Entanglements are just complicated and annoying. It's like just be poly and take all the complex BS out of it.
So no, an actual relationship is what was suggested
Mhm.
to me as a form of focus. But I both hypothesis hypothesize whatever. I don't fucking
Hypothalamus.
Thesis is what
whatever
you wanted to say.
are
Hypotenuse.
I was
they're
gonna
both
say that.
plausible. I just don't know which one is true.
I would disagree because a relationship is a lot of hard work, and if you got other stuff you're trying to be focused on and you're not used to multitasking, that ain't gonna help you focus at all because you're taking on a whole nother person's existence into your own. And I guess I'll piggyback off of his as somebody who's been in a relationship for 10 years, 10 years,
Mm-hmm.
long term, long haul, where it's like
Yeah.
a relationship, in my opinion, is on know that and love is it's a project. It's hard work, and it takes a level of focus on both yourself and that other person that you can't really be dividing your attention to the other shit. Like you guys gotta have an understanding of who you are. I'm getting side eyed right now. I'm getting
I'm just,
I was
ready.
yeah,
just,
I
I
was just about
swear
to
to
ask.
God,
You
the
got a
whole
gun
time
to
you're
his
Huh,
saying
head.
this, I'm like, I
huh,
wonder,
huh,
because I know
huh,
she's there, and I'm like,
huh,
I wonder what
huh.
is she like?
He got a gun to his head.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're
finna
not just
blink his
smiling
shit
at
off.
me.
Blink twice.
Yeah,
But I'm gonna
Tap
keep it
your
real
foot
though.
twice if
It's
you're in
okay.
trouble.
Why?
I'm,
It's
I'm gonna
okay.
cough twice. I'm gonna cough twice when the knife is at my throat. All right.
While you're recording, she can't hurt you. She don't want the evidence.
She right.
No, she good. I'm on. Actually, no, she can't kill me because she can't get the life insurance policy if she's implicated. Never mind.
Ooh.
Like that's how in deep I am. Like we got life insurance policies and shit. Like
God damn.
we in this. So like yeah, it takes a lot of work, and even on your best days, even on your worst days, you got to remember to keep yourself happy. And because for the partner to be happy, it has to trickle down. Hey yo, don't get on your knees on this. That's why I'm saying this shit, motherfucker.
I feel like a lot of times in the situations I've been, reciprocation was a big issue
Mm.
on. Actually, I'll put the onus on self on both parts because if they was acting shitty, I probably should have acted shitty back, and I probably would have felt better.
I mean, dog, look, you got to think about it. It trickles down from you. You set the tone for whatever's going down in a relationship, so it's always on you. It's never both parties. Now, I'm not saying take accountability from the woman, but you allow what happens in your situations.
Yep.
Because yeah, I decided motherfuckers was going.
But I'm talking about before that, like they only gonna do what you let them. Point blank. Period.
Yeah, when that don't happen, let them go. I ain't keeping nobody that don't want to be kept. Fuck that shit.
Fuck.
Oh, fuck it.
Fuck. Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh yeah, Jaded Kiss is the name of my album. I ain't for none of that shit no more.
So like, what do you think is your biggest regret when it comes to love? Then
I gave my heart to somebody that didn't deserve it. I should have waited it out, see what was going to happen.
damn.
I also feel like at least up until recently, I fall real quick. So a lot of the focus has been on not doing that.
Understandable.
Why do you think you fall so fast?
Yeah.
Because one thing
Because I
oh,
like the
hey, hey,
idea of love
hey,
at some point
preface
to a
this.
degree.
Let me preface this and think about your answer. I say, why do you think you falling so hard? Because typically with a woman, if they see that you love them more than you love yourself, they'll take advantage of that. And I feel like you've kind of realized that. So with that realization, why do you think that happens?
That was heavy. Could you repeat
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
So
Uh,
that you fall hard when it comes to women, typically in a relationship, like take it. Anybody listen, take this how you want to. Typically, a good relationship between a man and woman is where she loves him, he likes her. Because when you love them, the power in the relationship transfers to them, and women typically don't want to be the ones in control of the relationship. Women want a captain. They don't want to steer. They don't want to steer the ship. They want to be on the ship.
Oh man, Storm is really putting it
well,
down. This
them R&B singers need to quit motherfucking lying.
these R&B singers
Some
need to stop
lies
fucking
going on
lying.
coming out of the music industry. Let me
They
fucking
not
tell
lying.
you.
If you think about it, most R&B niggas they singing their pain away because they out here
That's why
falling
the
and
name of
getting
my
done
album is
dirty.
Jaded Kiss. Come
Jaded.
on, I ain't Jaded Kiss. I'm Jaded Kiss.
It's too close, man. I hear you now. I ain't hear it the first time, but I hear it now. But you don't want to be jaded. But yeah. So question.
Nobody wants to be jaded. I don't think anybody wants to be jaded.
I
You'd
don't
be
know.
surprised.
Yeah, I think there's a bunch of like teenagers who
We ain't
fall in
talking
love with.
about.
I
Oh
know, but
man,
you
I was
you
gonna
say that
say
like
some
no
shit
one wants
that
to be
I
Jay.
don't
No,
even
there's a
know if I
bunch
can
of
say.
teenagers like I think we all went through that phase a little bit when we were younger. No, like having our a little emo phase of just going like fuck
Oh,
love,
that's what I
fuck
was. I
fuck
don't know if I can
everything.
say that word.
I mean, yeah, but the thing I would say with men when it comes to jaded, we all know a dude. Well, hell, most women will tell you about a dude or dude did them dirty where they got their heart broken in like 5th grade and they've been dogging bitches since ever since.
True.
because most
Oh
men
no.
we learn real early. Don't be out here giving your heart away because a woman will they put themselves out there for you. As soon as you get interested in them, y'all do what y'all do. And the moment you go, I love you, I need you in my life, that's when they turn around and go, like
Damn.
most niggas don't recover from that the first time it happens.
Goddamn. Jesus Christ.
And that's
See,
what I mean
that's
when I say jaded.
that's the crazy thing. At this point, I should be there, but for some reason, I'm just not. I still like I don't know why. I still got like hope for some reason.
Your
It's not a
hope
bad
hasn't
thing to
been
have.
crushed
It's not
yet.
a bad
Yeah.
thing to have hope. You
Hey,
should
hope
have
get
hope.
you hope. If
Hope
love
is
don't
hope is the slow killer.
Oh my fucking
hope,
god.
hope is a young man's game. Okay.
God, you pessimistic assholes.
A pessimist is what an optimist calls a realist.
Goodness gracious.
So many fucking people get mad at me for being a realist.
Because sometimes being a realist just comes off as just being overtly negative for like no reason.
The
That's
fuck? What the
that's what
fuck
it
you
feels
think the
like to
world
me.
is? What you think the world is?
I think the world is all shades of gray. I don't think that
Man.
it's overly negative, and I don't think it's like sunshines and rainbows either.
Clay,
But
what's your take on the world is all shades of gray?
We still ain't even get his love shit yet.
don't worry, I was
Big,
gonna
Are
I
we
was
still
gonna bring
doing
it up.
yours?
hey, yo, look, Big Mouth. That was the whole point of me transitioning it from this to that. Motherfucker.
Yeah.
Damn.
You,
Damn.
you always be
That
ruining
was
his
so
transitions like
clean,
every
man.
time.
It
You
was
be
you
fucking up
literally
those
just did
segues.
it like 10 minutes ago. Don't try to put it on me.
That was so clean. Whatever.
I know. I was just trying to piggyback off of it.
I
Fuck it,
know.
I'm like a hyena. I just come in for the kill later.
Wow.
But Clay, the
Alright.
floor is yours.
Hmm.
Let's go with the shades of gray, and then we can go into your thing.
Yeah, I was
and
just
then-
half expecting Clay to just go like, I don't love these hoes. I'm done.
Wait, are you asking me about romance or just the world in general? Like,
So, edit point before Garland threw off the flow because this would have been perfect. Now you like a kidney stone after a night of drinking.
fuck.
So,
Ouch.
Ugh.
Fuck it, lead us in. Fuck it. People know.
so we were talking about the shades of gray when it comes to viewing the world, and especially when it comes to romance and having hope. Like, do you think when it comes to romance and opinions on the world, are shades of gray worth looking at and paying attention to, or not?
I don't know. Typically typically for like the most part, the way I feel is like you typically bring to yourself what you are. So if, not to like, shoot anybody or whatever, like if you're pulling in like partners who
Are you saying I ain't
are,
shit?
optimal, then like maybe you should reconsider like, why you're doing that and like what's going wrong. And possibly you should like try to, just take a deep look at like, what's going on and, stuff like that.
Why do you keep attracting these kind of people to you? Like, if you're going to take a realist lens at it, you have to realistic look at, okay, what about me is bringing in these kind of women?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Clay, what kind of women do you say you typically bring in?
Yeah.
Typically I would say I bring in like, like suitable partners, but I feel like a lot of the times it ends up not going anywhere because we're not sure where we want to be just yet. Like, we're on the same page with, like wanting to like have a family unit and whatnot, but as far as like goals and things, we're not sure if we are where we want to be to start,
So,
Like,
when it comes to romance, you would say you usually shoot for like long term.
I would like to, yes. To be honest, I never really I don't know, it's kind of just like happened to me. Like if it's like the situation arises, like, okay, well, we'll see where this goes. I've never actively like looked for it to happen. So to be honest, I don't feel like I'm in a position right now to lead the relationship I would like right now.
Same. That's a that's part of what I was trying to say earlier.
So was
And
that like a recent development for you? Is like, or like, were you dating like a lot when you were younger, and like more recently in the last couple of years, you're like, I'm just fuck it like that?
I mean, I courted a lot when I was younger, but I never actually like fully committed. I've only been in one relationship, and yeah, that ended because the person I was seeing, she was going to the Navy, and so after she went to the Navy, it kind of just died down. Like we weren't on the same page. So yeah, I feel like with any relationship, you got to make sure you're all headed in the same direction at that current moment. Otherwise, it's not going to end well.
Makes sense. That's actually super unique. Girlfriend going to the Navy. Usually, usually it's like, oh, I'm going to the army, stuff like that. What was that like? If you don't mind me asking, like, she just kind of came up out of nowhere, like, yeah, I'm joining the Navy. You're like,
See, the thing
what?
is, I knew about it before we started dating,
Mhm.
and yeah, I decided to do it anyway.
You didn't think she was serious?
It wasn't that. I thought like it was something that could like be overcame,
Mm-hmm.
but provided like she was doing that to like ensure like her future, like she was going because like if you do this for 4 years you get free schooling and whatnot, and then here I am, I'm not done with what I want to do either, so it's just between all that, it's not gonna work.
Understandable. Long distance relationships rarely ever do.
Like we were both optimistic about it, but
I'm so glad we landed here.
yeah.
Continue. Dog, do you what you were saying? I'm just glad we landed here.
I was like, I thought you were about to talk your shit, King.
Man, if that's not what the fuck has been taught to me, long distance relationships can suck my ass.
Damn.
I'm good. Every time it comes up, I was like, you know what? This time will be different. Man.
One thing I've learned is if you're into a relationship and while you're doing it you feel it's setting you back from things you want to do, you're gonna resent your partner for it. I've had that feeling a couple of times, and it's like it's not like I want it to happen, but like it just naturally does. Like if you feel like you're not where you want to be, and then like, oh, I got to do this and that, and just if you're not on a good foundation, it's most likely gonna fail.
I just feel like
someone breaking up, or if they're forward with you, which luckily enough I was, or they'll just cheat on you. So
yeah, that part. I feel like at this point in my life, I just can't do it, man. I need the physical aspect of the relationship. I need us to, hey, fuck it, I'll come over and watch some anime. Hey, this movie is coming out this Friday. I just found out. Let's go. Or like, just I cannot.
You need physical intimacy. I get it.
Long distance has killed me in the past. Like, oh fuck, ain't nothing worse than a long distance argument.
I can't
Has it killed you in the future?
It ain't. It won't. It won't kill me in the future. Cause Jesus Christ, it's just, I feel like it's easier to dispel some of this shit in person of an argument. And then if it's a text argument, it's so you don't even know what she putting inflection on. You don't even know what the fuck you gotta defend. Or your point ain't fully, she defending the wrong part of the argument that that shit happened to me a whole you defending the wrong motherfucking part. That ain't even the part I'm pissed at.
Because you get the cherry pick in the text argument. I'm gonna argue about this one thing you said and ignore the rest of what the fuck you said. That's a tactic.
That's why this is like half the reason I don't actually like texting people like in general as it is. Like so fucking hard to like understand inflection and like what you actually mean. Texting is
Because
stupid sometimes.
those are important parts of communication, especially with women. I gotta know what part you're mad at. It's man though. You gotta know what they mad at, because it's always something. Hey baby, love you.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's so many
I'm just like,
times that
bro, there's
I
so much I'm just
wonder.
thinking about while you're saying
I
this. I'm
wonder
like,
how
that is-
many times each podcast she poke her head in and give you the look. Like I'm
Oh,
finna.
I can tell. See, the thing is, that's why I love being in person, because I can tell just when she walking past. She ain't got to look at me. I can tell from the sound of her steps. If they slightly heavier, oh, we're gonna have to have a conversation about this later.
Throw a fucking chancla at your head, boy.
But that's why I do enjoy that aspect of being together this long, because it's so much stuff that is communicated that isn't communicated. Like I can tell just off how she's walking through the house what's bothering her and what can I do to fix it.
Aw, beautiful.
No, it's not, because I got to play
Oh,
Yomi all day, every day.
I mean,
This is why I say long-term relationships are a project. Like Garland's not wrong. You
that
have to have that foundation to work through that kind of stuff, because there will be rough days where sometimes you don't feel like imagine a game of
Like
chess you
nothing.
play all day, every day. Just think
but
about that for a second.
in a way though, that is beautiful though.
Yeah,
That's nice and wholesome. Like I know by the way you walk, by the way you breathe, I
because
understand a little facet of who you are. I understand you on a deep level that nobody else is really gonna understand. That's beautiful. Yeah, it's aggravating maybe, but that's fucking wonderful at the same time. That fills me with so much joy in life.
like because
Love.
what you get to see. You get to see effort, and that's like 1 through 7 of all the fuck I be asking for sometimes.
That's asking a lot, dog. Love is a gift and a burden. Never
Some
forget that.
fucking effort is appreciated. A for effort is a phrase because of it's a phrase. Like it that shit holds something.
So let me ask you something. You have
Try.
let's say hypothetically you get somebody, right, and they putting all the effort in the world in, but it ain't good enough. Now what?
Ooh. They're literally going like I love you every day. They're giving you 110%. Be like
Of everything they got, but that ain't good enough. Now what?
Then it needs to be some reconfiguring. You might be the wrong motherfuckers together.
like no, what you saying like are you gonna go like see that effort and go like, all right, I need to
That's good
figure out
enough for
how to
me.
yeah, I
Yeah.
need to figure out how to fix this because clearly this is what I've always wanted. I've always wanted someone to put in this effort, but at the
How
same time I'm
long?
just not
How long is
I'm
the
not
try period?
the
Let's say
try period.
hypothetically 10 years.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Jesus Christ, man.
Nah,
Let's say hypothetically.
nah. I'm not making it out the first. At that point, if some shit ain't right, it just ain't right.
I don't know about that.
Why the fuck should I waste either of our times? You can go put effort in the motherfucker that you are right for, and so can I.
But I mean, people don't know it's not right until they know it's not right. People will be
Or they
together
don't
for
know.
like
People deny that some shit ain't right longer than you think.
And another thing is, you don't know what right is until you have right.
Yeah.
yeah. You don't know what you got until it's gone.
So
A lot of motherfuckers
piggybacking
fall in
off of
toxic
that,
relationships because they ain't been in non-toxic relationships.
and that's all they know. But piggybacking off what Noir said, Noir, what are your thoughts on love and romance from your experiences?
Fuck love. No, I'm kidding.
I know who I'm sending this podcast episode
no.
to.
Yeah, I see similarities. You seem like a smart huggy bear ass nigga. Like 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 baby come love on me type ass nigga. Cause I resonate. Cause that's how I be.
Baby,
But
can I be the little spoon tonight?
yeah,
Man, you don't understand how right you
always
are.
you always want your arm to be tired. Shit.
I crave physical intimacy. Like
Yeah.
no other. Not even in terms of just saying I want sex, but like
No.
I low key
I
am
mean, that shit
like
nice, but
I low key am like sometimes clingy, and I'm just like I want to be in your presence. I want to hug you like a lot all the
facts.
time.
But unfortunately, that's how niggas like us die out here.
Cause
Like
it is some
so
bloodsuckers out here looking for that.
so like originally I
Can't wait
thought
to
I
break a nigga heart. It's y'all think y'all. It's always funny
Well, I
games to
just
say
said,
niggas ain't shit.
didn't I just say it? It's always they waiting to hear that. Baby, I need you. I need that look. I got this nigga. Like it's just how it
goddamn.
is.
Why you make it seem so evil?
Imagine your girl tell you to go make some fucking friends. That hurt. That'll hurt. That'll hurt your fucking soul.
Yeah,
You ain't got
Jesus.
nothing better to do. Damn.
Damn.
Ouch. My bad.
Wow. Okay. All right. Shit. I guess I'll go home then. Fuck.
I guess I'll go fuck off. What? Go sit in my
But
fucke corner.
I don't
See
know. My
that,
ex.
and that's when you gotta go. All right, well, I'm gonna go call this bitch, and then that's since you want to be like this, but that's
But
a
then
whole.
motherfuckers want to call cheaters. I told y'all that. I
How they
told
gonna
y'all
call
that.
cheaters when you told them?
I told y'all that Peter
I told
Guns.
you what I'm going to go do.
I told y'all that Peter Guns hosts cheaters now, right?
Yeah.
That shit is amazing content.
Oh,
Oh, he slapped. He slapped like a dude
oh my
called
god.
cheaters for his girl. It ended up getting slapped.
Oh my god.
Now I will say, he did slap the fucking iPad out of Peter Gunn's hand first, so he deserved that slap.
Oh, can't be
But
slapping
he
iPad
still got
out.
slapped
Yeah.
on TV.
God damn. God damn.
But he redeemed himself because he knocked the dude that was fucking his girl. He knocked his false eye out. So I think that's even Steven. He got as the wrestling's as the wrestling community says, he got his heat back. So
Mm. That reminds me. Before I get into my thing, does anybody remember that game show? Like it was like called Liars or something like Moment. No, it's called Moment of Truth. And there was this one
thanks,
thing
bro.
about a woman on there, and she was like being asked questions like, "Have you ever stolen from your job?" And then the question started to get more and more personal, like, "Have you ever cheated on your boyfriend, on your husband?" She's like, "Yes."
Damn.
And the husband is there, like her mom, dad, and her sister, and the
Oh, I
husband is
remember that
there,
show now.
and he's just like, I guess there's something we just got to talk about when when the show is done, huh?
Jeez. The,
And
the fact she
the
was
final,
so comfortable to say some shit like
bro,
that.
like the question for getting so out there. Like one of the questions was like, it was like one of them was a trick question, like, do you ever think that you should be with your ex-boyfriend? And she was like, and there was a thing like one of the like the husband or the sister, like whoever's there with her, could have like pressed this button to skip the question. And so they was like they skipped the question for her, like her sister. She's like, I don't want to know the answer. I don't want to know the answer. It was like fucked up. And they're like, all right, for the next question, we're bringing a special guest out. And it was the ex-boyfriend. And he was like, do you think you should ever got back together with me? And I'm like, what the fuck was that? And so
It's called an option select.
and so, and so she was like, yeah, yeah. She basically was admitting, like, yeah, I cheat on my husband. Yeah, I cheat on him in my own bed. And yeah, I feel like I should have got back together with my ex. And the husband's just did like, well then. And so the final question was, do you think you're a good person? And she said, yes. And they was like, we've determined that's a lie. No money for you. Wow. It was the most
So
dramatic. It was the most dramatic 45 minutes I've ever seen in my life.
the thing is, at that point, you ain't got no fucking choice but to tell the truth. Like, if I lie, I'm not getting no fucking money anyway.
Yeah, but
You might look. You should have came prepared or told these ignorant bitches not to ask these questions.
I'm just like, yeah, she's like, do you think you're a good person? She's like, yes, yes, I do. We determined that's a
Yeah, the
lie.
fact that that's
Stop
what she
it.
lie on.
Stop it.
But the hardest person, the easiest person, and the hardest person to lie to sometimes can be yourself.
That is true. That is true. Which brings me to think love started for me all way back in second grade when this girl cut me with scissors.
You know, I didn't know your story was gonna start like this, but I could have imagined that your story was gonna start like this. like, continue.
Uh, she she cut me with a pair of scissors, and I cried, and I think I tattled on her actually, and she got in trouble, and all of a sudden it started to run in my mind that she would hit me and stuff like that,
Why the
and
nipple?
she would hit me, she would like punch me, she would like scratch me, and then finally the big thing was that she cut me with scissors. And as I look back on it now, I'm like, maybe I should have got with her. She really wanted my attention. She really wanted me.
Uh,
All right, hear me out.
or she could have grew up to cut your dick off.
You know, some people, some
Some
people
people
grow
like
up.
blood play.
Some people, I just realized to
I
myself that
don't. I
maybe I
don't.
want
I'm
the
not gonna
yandere
kink shame.
girlfriend. Maybe I really want the yandere girlfriend at the end of the day. That's how much of a weeb I really am. But I don't know. Maybe somewhere along the line, this played into my whole psychology of like stifling kind of love. But I remember that was my first instance with love because I look back on that, I was like, But like even when I was younger, I would think about this girl all the time though, like all the time because she did that to me,
Yeah,
and
because you were healing from wounds she gave you.
but beyond that, she was a nice girl, really. But I
You,
think that
you,
was
you do remember the most famous yandere girlfriend from Future Diaries? She kills the boyfriend at the end. Remember that, right?
yeah.
Repeatedly.
But like before that though, she
Like
was
she literally
such
reset the universe like
before that.
15 times just to kill him and get him back. Just
Look,
remember, keep that in mind.
I don't. You might call that true love in a way, but
Uh,
moving on.
He's not
I only
wrong, but he ain't right.
yeah.
I've only ever been in one relationship, and it was really long. It was about 5 years, and then we broke up very amicably. Amicably.
Amicably.
Amicably. Now you got me
Wow,
fucking up.
you just
Phew,
amicably.
Yeah.
thank you. And yeah, we're still really good friends to this day. And I guess now that Storm has given me word for it, I guess it is a situationship.
It
I never
is.
thought I never thought about it. I never knew that word existed, but I was like, oh, where's it? But yes, I mean, I like where we're at right now. Actually, to be honest, we're very cool. She's a good friend, great friend.
I I'm technically not friends with any of my exes.
That sucks. Like, this girl, you know, she's been there with me through thick and thin. Like, I can't ask for a better friend. I don't know what else to say. I think very highly of her.
Do
But
you
we
think
broke.
that you guys are amicable in y'all breakup because y'all were friends before y'all dated? Like, because you two were childhood friends, right?
We weren't exactly childhood friends. We actually grew up in the same. We grew up like blocks
Around the
away from each
corner from
other.
each other, yeah.
Yeah, and we went to like the same kind of like school, but she went to like a different school that was connected to our school, and we never knew. And we got together in
Oh,
high
wait, I
school.
hate to cut you off. She went to the sister school for the one we graduated from, right?
Yep,
Oh, I didn't know
exactly.
that. Well, wait, why wasn't
Yeah.
she on the eighth grade trip then?
Uh,
Her
technically,
parents.
no, she was on the eighth grade trip, but we just never saw her.
Holy shit, I don't remember
Yeah,
her on
I
the
know.
bus.
It's so weird. We were always so close to each other, but we just never knew we existed. And then when we got to high school, that's when everything started to click. We just got along really well. We just became like really good friends. And uh at the time she was like dating another friend of mine, and I didn't like that. And I was like, I'm gonna orchestrate a breakup because I'm Machiavellian. And it worked. It worked. It straight up worked. That's all I gotta say. That's all I'm gonna say. But it worked.
Chambers in the Doge of Florence.
I sung to this nigga, fucking
Huh?
Kanye West's how could she be so heartless? To like bring in the point that like, man, she broke up with you, bro. There's nothing you do. How could she be so heartless? It's like, yeah, you're right, man. Yeah.
He had a habit back in the day of singing shit to motherfuckers.
Hey man. Hey man.
Didn't
I
you
was a
sing to
songbird.
Alicia for like 25 minutes after class
That
one day?
wasn't 25 minutes. It wasn't 25 minutes. It was
we
just
was
10 minutes.
we was supposed to. You
Just
was
to prove
showing me like the story you was writing, and then she walked up and like all of us was talking. She introduced her mom to me and you, and then somehow came up that you could sing, and it was both. And all of us went prove it because I had never heard you sing before, and you stood there and sung for like 10 to 20 minutes.
It was 10 minutes. And did I not, or did I prove that I can sing?
Yeah, you proved it. I kept looking at them like, yo, is this coming from this nigga?
I'm a talented ass motherfucker, all right? I'm a motherfucking wordsmith, motherfucking lyrical, motherfucking genius over here, okay?
But he
You
don't like being
truly
compared
are
to
Childish
Gambino.
Gambino.
He really don't like that
Yo,
comparison. Where
shut
this
the
nigga is
fuck
straight
up.
up
I am
Gambino.
not Gambino.
He
Right?
is a wonderkind and he don't like it.
I have my own life. I can be
Do
weird
you?
and nerdy and self-reflective and introvertive and
Just like Gambino.
not be Donald Glover. I can do stand-up comedy too and talk
And you can
about
dance.
Did
And
you
I-
go to did you go to a community college? Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
same.
Silence is deafening.
I don't bro. There's this song by Asher Roth called As I Am, right? And he talks
Mhm.
about how he's always compared to like Eminem and shit. And yeah, I'm nowhere near on that level, but it really does like when I go to these auditions, man, to like audition for like plays and stuff. I've been in a couple plays now, right? I've been in a couple plays. I've been in like 5 plays now. But always the same comment comes up every single fucking time. Like you remind us a lot of like Donald Glover, like you have a Childish Gambino vibe. And in my heart, like in my soul, my heart sinks, and I'm just like, but I'm not him. I just want to be recognized as I have my own skill set. All right, it's just
It just so happens to match his skill set, you know.
like I really can't. I really
And
can't say and go
voice
like, yo,
and
fuck
cadence
Donald
and
Glover. But
face a little bit
I'm
and
like,
maybe hairstyle. I don't
Like
know.
y'all legit have a very similar upbringing. Like legit, if you embraced it, who knows where you'd head.
I just take me as I am for as I am. I can't be anyone else who I am. I write these songs, rock these shows, only life that I know.
Did
You
you
should make
also
an
sing to a
album.
girl on a roller coaster like 3005?
Ironically speaking, the
Did
first
you
time I
start
did,
dancing in a restaurant to get her attention when she was down?
Did you correct somebody when when they said the Vespa makes a riving sound?
Vespa don't make noise when you're sad, by the way. Just so you know.
Damn it! I wish Clay knew at least one Gambino song because this tag team would be great.
Oh
I
man.
don't like him.
Oh.
You don't like old Gambino. You would love new Gambino, but we're not talking about that right now. We're not talking about that right now. I know.
I do
right.
like
It's the
new
voice.
Gambino a lot. But fuck, I lost my train of thought now. Shit.
You were
right.
talking about auditions.
No,
Or
he was
before
talking
that.
about before that. He was talking about his romance with his one relationship and his thoughts on love based off of those
Yes.
experiences.
Yeah, right. We grew up and we were friends before that, all throughout high school, and then I think it was like either junior year or something like that. That's when everything got worked together. I was like, you know, I feel like it was so good, bro. When I tell you like the story behind like our first kiss, it's so fucking great. Like I think about that like not all the time, but I'm going like, man, that was a
Tell the
movie
story, nigga.
moment.
Stop capping.
So me, I don't know how this happened, but my aunt and my uncle had came to pick us up from school, and I forget why, but we're in their car and everything, and like already at this point, like I had already talked about this girl a lot, and they're like, "Oh, is this your girlfriend or something like that?" And I was like, "Yeah," and she looked at me and she was like, "Excuse me, this is news to me," and I'm like, just roll with it. Don't roll with it. You know, they ask questions, stuff like that. And she's like, "Oh, well, okay." And I'm like, yeah, I know, right? And so we're driving back to her house, and I swear, I thank my uncle and my aunt for this because they're just like giving me layups. And they're like, "Oh, you're not gonna kiss your girlfriend goodbye?" You're like, I was like, "Oh yeah, you're right." And so I lean into her, and she leans back in, and that was our first kiss ever. And it was this like nice little capture moment stuck in like it is crystallized forever in this moment, right? Like I see it as a portrait in my mind, us locking lips, and it was so awesome. Like she had these nice soft lips. It felt amazing. The warmness, the softness to her touch and everything. I lay my hand up on her shoulder a little bit, and I can feel the warmth coming off from her shoulder, and it feels so fucking right. It feels fucking great, man. And right, and it all happens in slow motion as we come apart. She's like, okay, bye. And I was like, all right, see you later. And she gets out and she walks into her door, and I'm just sitting there and I'm like, yes, I pulled it off. My first kiss ever. Fuck yeah. Yeah, yeah, I'm so fucking vibrant. But that's how I am inside. Like I'm not doing that like out loud to like my aunt and my uncle. But the moment I get inside my room though, when I get back home, fuck yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm just like all hyped and shit.
You
And then
fucked
I'm
his
like,
room up like Eminem.
I'm pacing around the room and I'm like, all right. When I'm gonna call her, I'm gonna call her today. Should I call her? No, I'm not gonna call her. I'm not gonna call her. I did the rookie mistake. I'm gonna act like nothing happened. I'm gonna play it off cool. Yeah, that's the way to do it. Yeah. Like I seen on TV, act like nothing ever happened. Act like nothing ever happened. Next day at school, I'm just like, yeah, nothing didn't happen. Yeah, it was a nice little kiss. And she's like so confused. And she's like, what? What? And I'm just like, keep it cool. Keep it cool, Derek. You know what you're doing here. You know what you're doing. You the fucking man. That was the wrong move. That was the wrong move.
Oh.
She told me later. Nothing bad happened to it, but she like admitted later, like, yeah. Like years later, she was like, I thought you were such a dick for that when you didn't act like anything happened. And that was like such a big fucking deal. And I was like, that was my bad. I thought I was being cool. She was like, no, you weren't. But yeah, after that, it was a whirlwind emotion, just like fucking like kissing, making out in abandoned classrooms and shit, and just like and spending any time we can alone with each other for stuff. Good stuff. Great stuff.
Mhm.
A lot of sex. A lot of sex.
You could have just left it as stuff, but okay.
No. A lot of sex. It was good. I liked it a lot. And yeah, it was just really good. It was really, really good. And then somewhere along the line, it wasn't. And then we broke up.
Now you can't just say somewhere. There was a very specific reason why y'all broke up, but
There was a specific reason why we broke up, but I'm not gonna get into that.
fair enough.
But yeah, we broke up, and I'm making it sound way more sadder than what it happened. We broke up, and no, we're just still good friends to this day. She's had boyfriends since then. I haven't had relationships. I've had like flings with people since then, and we've both handled it very maturely. Like, yeah, we openly talk about our relationships now, and I don't know, we're just in a really good place. She's a rock, right? I can't imagine my life without her. I love her a lot.
Has she ever had a relationship that like affected you personally?
Uh, the first time she got a boyfriend, I think there was like a tinge of jealousy because it's like, the first boyfriend after you. It's like, and you still know them, you're gonna be like, what's he got over me? To this day, I still want to fight him. I still want to fight him because I know he does like BJJ, and I'm just like, bro, just give me the chance to prove that I'm better than him. I even invite him out one time to come to the gym that I was still I was still training at. He was like, oh well, like I'm busy and everything. I'm like, you scared? Just fucking tap you out in like seconds, bro. But for the most part though, he was a cool dude actually. He was all right. I just wanted to prove that I was better than him. Uh and there was only one other time where it like really affected me, and because I know it's gonna sound like me just going like, oh, you're jealous, but I'm like, no, like I know her well enough to know like how she operates with these kind of things, and everything she was telling about the guy, like he just seems like an asshole or something. Like, you really shouldn't do this, like, and stuff like that. And she's like, my life, whatever. And and they broke up later, and she was like, yeah, you were kind of right. Like, it was kind of like a bad thing. And I was like, in the back of my head the whole time, I'm like, fucking told you so. Should have listened to me. Damn. But beyond that, nah, I don't think it affected me too much. But the one where she's like clearly dating like some fuck boy, I'm like, that kind of affect me because I'm like, beyond us being together, like, you're my friend. Like, you're one of my best friends. Like, I don't want to see you do this and like clearly be with like a guy who's like actual shit. Like, fuck, he's like actual fucking like trash. But what can you do? Your friends do stupid things. All you can do is just be there to like help them up when they get down, right?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
So, in your flings with different people since her, do you see like aspects of her and the people you look for relations with, or do you look for the polar opposite? Like, does she still affect your taste in other people?
Mm, no, not at all. Cause I my taste, she's not exactly my taste either. That's actually the pretty important part in a way. Me and her, like we have interests in the same things, but in a way, when I talk about like certain aspects of like women that I really like and stuff, she's not exactly that. Like she is beautiful in her own. She is beautiful. But when I talk about like stuff that like hits my like fetishes and shit, like I like really tall women and shit. That's like not a joke. I just genuinely like really tall women.
We got to go
And
to
so,
Micro Center again. That came out of nowhere. Continue.
bro, yeah, that's a mountain I want to climb. That's a mountain I want to climb,
Whew.
bro.
Continue.
But I like really tall women. I like bro, like being at the gym, like just the like being like women who go to the gym and stuff like that. I just there's something about that. It just drives me wild and stuff. But no, she's not usually in any kind of like the flings that I have. Like I have a like me like being clingy and stuff like that. I want somebody to like also like to be kind of clingy with me, like to like constantly go like she's like,
Facts.
yeah, I'll be there, I'll take care of you. I'm like, damn right, I want to be the little spoon right now. I don't give a fuck what this looks like. I'll be right here underneath your soft luscious breast. That's what I want right now. Fuck it. So no, and then the flings that I've had, I've 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 been with some really cool people. I think the only one I really do have a regret about, and to this day is something that she brings up herself. She's like, "If you feel that way, how come you just don't find find this chick?" It's like I know she feels some type of way about it. And it was this Indian chick from like way back in the day, like years ago now, and I had met her at a bar. And the reason why I regret this because there was so many things that hit the nail on like super specific shit that I like that when I think about it now, I'm like, man, I should have tried hard because, bro, tell me why what initially started our conversation was about pro wrestling already,
Damn.
right? I hit the jackpot and I didn't realize it. I was just like, it didn't register at the time. I was just like, yeah. But bro, it was New Japan Pro Wrestling. She was talking about Kazuchika Okada, and that's
Hmm.
how our conversation started. Now, from some of y'all out there, yes, some of y'all don't watch pro wrestling. That's cool, but I know for the most of y'all don't definitely don't watch Japanese pro wrestling, right? So already
You got
she's
me
already
there.
got a leg up, and we just
Uh-huh.
started talking back and forth and stuff like that. And I was like, uh, and she's the one who initiated. She was like, hey, you want to go back for a nightcap and stuff like that. And I was like, oh shit, I know what a nightcap is. I've seen Frasier. Yes,
Oh
let's
fuck.
go. and so
Thus unto the breach.
and so we go back to her place and everything. And I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna try something here. And I'm like, I feel like I'm feeling the mood right. And I go in for the kiss. She responds back. One of the most beautiful nights of lovemaking I've ever had in my life.
Oh,
Best one night stand ever, by far. Like, if all my one night stands are like on a scale of 1 to 10, that one is definitely 55. And everything else is between 1 and 10. But that was 55. Great time. I will always remember that night. And but yeah, never saw her again though, and I regret that. I really wish I would have like kept her number or something, like kept in contact with her. But it was a really great time. But beyond that, it's just been I don't know. I just been the weekend out here. I just been doing one thing to the other, and as of recently, I really haven't been doing much except for recently. I did have sex recently. I had gotten set up on a date with somebody, and it led back to that. And I was like, that was really great. It gave me a big confidence boost. Actually, I was like, you know what? Maybe it's time for Derek to go back out there. You know what? I'm gonna start dating again. And immediately I downloaded Tinder, I downloaded OkCupid, and I was like, right, that's why I fucking hate Tinder. The fuck am I doing? Nope, that's gone.
That is the
And
wrong move for someone like you to try to.
yeah, I was feeling
I just,
myself.
You
I
are
I
was
just downloaded
definitely
Hinge.
what?
what?
Yeah, it's a different thing.
Wait, is
Don't
that the
get
one where it's like it's designed for you to delete it?
That bullshit. Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually a pretty good marketing campaign. But yeah, I didn't try out Hinge.
so wait, you get. I'm guessing you get the date and you're supposed to find like that one person and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
That ain't gonna work
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
because the algorithms cannot uh count for what's the, not synergy chemistry. It just can't. You
Well,
can
they
have
claim
all the
they can
same.
do it on eHarmony.
That's bullshit too. You can account for all the same shared interests and shared this and that, but vibe is everything. If the vibe ain't there, it don't fucking matter. You can sit in both love Street Fighter all fucking day and like horror movies. I don't mean shit when you're watching them. You hate being around that person. That's just that ain't gonna work.
Isn't that a Black Mirror episode where they like discover an algorithm
Yes.
to? Okay.
And if you remember that episode, I don't know if you guys watched Black Mirror. In that episode, they basically run they upload your personality into the net. You know, this is in the future, or whatever, and they run simulations of you. Now, typically, you'll match up with the person you want first, but because until you have experiences under your belt, you won't really appreciate it. So then they take you away from that because basically you're only around them for like 3 days, and they run you with other people, and you run that simulation with other people for certain lengths of time, and the kind of person they put you is the person that will help you value the person you're supposed to be with.
Mm.
And then they basically tell you what's the in universe time that your simulated version of you spent. And like at the end of the episode, they always had a spoiler, which is the turnaround on the gimmick. And it was like, yeah, this simulation for the couple that they're following for this episode was like 10 years condensed into a minute.
Oh.
Oh, fuck.
So it's like 10 years of relationship experience that these AIs of you go through. And like for people, person you're supposed to be with, they give you 3 days and it's amazing. And they separate you. And then the dude he went off was with some chick who was like willing to give him sex, but like everything else sucked about her. And he had to spend 6 years with her. But then the
Mm.
chick got to be with different dudes who were like really attractive, but they were like outside of that annoying, or they were so cocky that like she didn't want to be around them, and it would be like 3 months with this dude, another 3 months, a couple 3 weeks with this dude. Some dudes was 2 days, and it was like it just ran through. And I love that episode because it just shows like different dating experiences a lot of dudes and women deal with. And eventually, due to them experiences, it made them value the first person they was with. And then it zooms out and it shows those real people, and it shows them using that where it's like, oh, we found your match. Really good Black Mirror episode.
Man, I really should start watching Black Mirror.
You really should start watching Black
Facts.
Mirror. You would love it. It's a
I
great
left
fucking
off
show.
on the one about the American Idol with the dude from Get Out,
The American, wait, what?
where they had to they were in some type of where they were in like the boxes and they had to use their credits to pay for shit. But it was also like a talent competition at the end with Daniel
So
Kaluuya.
you're not even out the first season. That's
Yeah,
like
that's the
episode.
No.
first.
That's the
Yeah.
first episode. I'm like, the dude. Wow,
Wait,
shit,
that was the
dude.
first episode?
That's like
Nah,
the
I made it
first.
past that.
Nah, that's like first or second episode. Cause no,
Yeah.
the first
Hold
episode is
on.
the pig fucker one, and then it's that one.
Hold on. Let
Hold
me
up.
go back to
Pig
my
fucker.
Netflix.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't
there's
know
a
what the fuck you
yeah
talking about.
the one of the princesses. Hold up, ambulance.
We actually couldn't hear it.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool. Sometimes you like I be forgetting that I stay right next to a police station and a hospital, so that should just be going all day until I'm talking to
Goddamn.
y'all. Yeah. But yeah, so there's an episode where one of the royal family gets kidnapped by some hacker group, and they basically demand it was like one of like some anonymous group. And they demand that the prime minister had to go on live TV and fuck a pig if he didn't want the princess
Oh
to get killed.
yeah.
And he fucks the pig and it's awful. And he did it to save his country, but he didn't have to because the princess never was really kidnapped. They trolled him basically. And it's like, yeah, you're known as a hero, but your wife won't look at you now.
I am on episode 2 of season 2.
Huh.
It's British seasons, so it's
Oh yeah.
different. It's weird. Because
Series.
typically most people when they start watching Black Mirror, they usually end up with the damn pig fucker episode, and then it's the points thing.
No, that is episode 1.
Okay.
the national anthem.
Okay.
Episode 2 is the talent show shit,
Mhm.
Oh,
and 3 is the memory implant one.
Yeah. Did you watch the Christmas one with the dude from Mad Men?
yeah. So long story short, Tinder wasn't for me.
Yeah, the Tinder wasn't
Okay,
for you.
okay, Cuban was for me. I my my way of always like talking to like strangers in general is like to see if they have any kind of like nerdy paraphernalia on them. Like even if they're like, or like my old time favorite thing is like if you're reading a book, which I know it seems like not the thing to do. Like, oh, you're reading a book and you don't want to be bothered, but you'd be surprised how not often people like when they like actually like, oh hey, what you're reading, they actually try to engage you in it. Like
Mhm.
even when I'm reading a book and someone has asked me what am I reading, and they ask me like, oh like, oh hey, I've heard about that or something like that, or I know what that's about. I don't care what I'm reading at that point. Are you telling me you understand this very niche 1% thing that nobody knows about? Yeah, I want to talk to you right now for the rest of this thing. Yeah, are you kidding me? And that's how it's always worked with me. That's how I've always brought up my conversations. I'll see that someone's wearing a Trigon shirt, right? And I'm going like, "Hey." And I know I'm stupid and like it doesn't work all the time. I was like, "Hey, love and peace," right? And they're like they look at their shirt and look at me and they get it and they like and you see that connection like in their eyes, right? Like
Mhm.
it brightens up because like all of their life they felt like alone a little bit for liking the niche stuff that they like, and for someone else to like take an interest in that, they're like, fuck yeah, what's going on, yeah, yeah, yeah. And so like and like the women I slept with and stuff, the people I slept with, it's just like when I mention that stuff to them and they get that feedback back, they're like, this is the greatest thing ever. And
Mhm.
yeah, it's just been all my flings have been really really nice. I really don't have any bad stories per se, to be honest with you. Yeah, I'm just super optimistic about love. Like the reason why I've been alone and not dating anybody is less of me being jaded and going like I can never find love again after her. She was the one. I just can't do it anymore. I'm so alone. No, I think I'm just like too self-absorbed in myself. Like there will be multiple times where like I have like not gone out with like friends just because I'm like, yeah, no, I can't. Destiny. Sorry, can't do it. Or like, yeah, no, I'm just staying in to read a book. I'm like so into the shit that I do to so much extent. And you know what? That actually brings it up. Because one of the things that my ex-girlfriend told me that she said was one of the things that was a little rocky for our relationship in the beginning and a little bit throughout was that I was never romantic enough and that I was like never like gave her like the attention she like really really wanted. And at the time when she said that to me, I didn't get it. But then looking back on it now, like, yeah, she was probably right. Because like even though I'm like I love her, but I'm like I wasn't gonna give up anything else though at the same time. I'm not giving up the movies, I'm not giving up the video games, I'm not giving up anything. I want to include you in my life, but that means you have to take all my hobbies with me. But I didn't really understand, love is you kind of have to balance that out a little bit more. Like it's important to keep yourself tethered to your own things and love your own stuff, but like you got to give the attention back. And I felt like I gave enough attention, but she was like, "No, you didn't give me the attention that I really wanted or deserve." And I'm like, low key, I agree now. I'm like, yeah. And now that I look at myself and like not going out and this stuff like that, like, yeah, I just am so content with just kind of being alone that I kind of need to remember I should probably call people. I should probably hang out with people. I need to like interact
Put
with other
yourself
human
out there.
beings instead of like being held up with like my fucking waifus all day and shit.
So yeah,
It's-
when I said jaded, I meant like harder to trust women based on how women have done me. That's what I meant by jaded.
mm.
I, it's just like that. Like y'all got mad different definitions for it. Like no, that's what I.
No, we kind of had the same consensus of like
Yeah.
it's not so much about how the women have done you, it's what you've allowed them to do to you.
Oh well, yeah, to a degree.
Yeah, like it's like I said, it's not on them. It trickles down from you. They only gonna do what you allow them to do or what you accept. Like you can say you cut them off, but like the thing is, it shouldn't have got to that point from the beginning.
Yeah.
If it shouldn't have got to that point, then I'll go all the way back and say I shouldn't have started in the first place.
No, you're missing the point.
Oh, okay. Just if
I mean,
I'm
I
saying
feel like you
no,
might have to explain that one to him.
so
not
what I'm
all, not every situation you get into is going to be happily ever after. Is my point.
that's not what I'm saying either. You're still missing the point. The point is when you get engaged with these women, they are if they're interested in you, they're interested in you. Women are attracted to us for different reason than we are attracted to them, right?
Weasons.
I know, right? We're gonna move past that. They're attracted to so when that attraction is established, whatever y'all get into is typically gonna be based on what you want out of it. If they're not responding to it, you either have to make them understand or move along. The thing is, you let it get way too deep to where it's affecting you personally because you didn't establish that boundary from the jump. So they started stepping over that boundary. You're the kid who draws a line in the sand when dealing with the bully, and you step back and drew it 3 more times. That nigga not gonna respect the fourth one.
Well, can also add a little bit to that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's also with relationships, especially in the early, courting phase. It's for the male. It's you really gotta take advantage of the scarcity thing because just people in general they want things that they can't have. So like piggybacking off what Noir said earlier about one of his relationships, he said he was upset how like a girl he was interested in was seeing someone else, and it's just that simple fact of like, damn, it's not mine anymore, and like as he moved on, like yeah. So when you're like in a relationship and like you're always available, they're gonna take you for granted.
Mhm.
So if you're just always showering them with your attention and affection, they're not gonna. They're like, oh, this don't mean shit. But like if you're like hardly available, and then you're like you hold the door for somebody, oh my god, he held the door for me today. He's never done that, and like you got to take advantage of that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And it sounds like when you get into these initial talking stages, you you do all that because maybe I'm just guesstimating here, but it seems like you're afraid of that moment of they'll just go somewhere else if I don't act a certain way, and you can't have that fear. You got to have that righteousness to yourself. And well, I know I'm worth my time and effort. So if she's not valuing it and she don't see it, I'm moving on. But
It's not even that per
mhm,
se. It's just I never want to leave a situation saying I didn't do all I could have. Like that, like in most situations, I probably shouldn't be as, I guess, upfront as I am. I
what do
should
you
have
mean?
that more. I give majority of situations I start into, I give it my all because I feel like why would you if you weren't going to put your best foot forward, why did you even do it in the first place? It's just I guess I should. I don't.
If you give it your all too early, it seems like you've got nothing else better
Yeah,
to do, which you can't
yeah,
approach dating like that. You gotta,
especially not today.
That's a
yeah,
fact, but
There
that's
and
there
never
there is
not
there is
true.
a thing
I've
of like
always
coming
got
on.
better shit I could do.
There is always a thing of like coming on too strong.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Like there because we've seen the horror stories out there, like guy like uh dating or something like that, like first date, like roses, chocolates, the whole shebang, fancy ass restaurant. It's kind of like, yo, how about y'all just chill out, go to McDonald's or something.
Hmm. See if y'all vibe.
Yeah, I'm tired of like
Call
niggas saying like, oh, like take me to McDonald's or something. Like, the fuck you mean? McDonald's fucking great for a first date. So fucking
Ayo,
easy.
Ayo, look, some of the best dates are the ones where let's get some food, chill in the car, and just talk.
Yeah, that's actually
Like, like real
I've
talk.
never had a car, but I've been on
Huh.
like time where I'm just chilling with people in other people's cars, and I'm like, this is actually a really good comfort
Hmm.
kind of zone thing.
That's like a mark of either a good friendship or a good relationship. You can sit, chill, and do nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Then that's perfect.
Yeah.
So anything we
So
do is just adding to the vibe that we already got established.
100. Look at Storm here, just like hand out all this Dane advice like fucking Kevin Samuels or something.
They don't compare me to that nigga. I am closer to the Patrice O'Neal camp than Kevin Samuels.
I know you're not. I just wanted to figure out a way. Ever since we started talking, I'm like, I kind of want to talk shit about Kevin Samuels. I don't like that guy. There's something about him I don't really like him, and I've been wanting to bring it up. I don't like Kevin Samuels. Like the way he be talking to women, and then how women just be reacting to it. Like he be like literally saying like, "You ain't shit," and they be like, "You're right, I'm not shit." And I'm like, "Yo, what the fuck is this? What's happening here? What kind of genjutsu is he putting on the people?"
I've honestly not watched any of his shit.
He has some like solid. There is some nuggets of truth to what he says.
Really?
Yeah. Let me finish. There's some nuggets of truth to what he says. His delivery could have some improvement. When I say nuggets of truth, is he is right that in this day and age, due to just white knight culture, simping culture, fucking desperate loneliness in a lot of men these days, a lot of women have an overinflated sense of self. Not saying that you shouldn't have a high opinion of yourself, but you should have a realistic opinion of yourself. And that's why they come to Kevin Samuels, because they have this high opinion of themselves, but they don't see the results from that high opinion. And they come to him because, yo, what am I doing wrong? And he lays it out with statistics, facts, and data. But the problem is the way he lays it out, for the most part, I don't see it as anything like long-term helpful. Because yeah, he tells them what they need to hear, which is you need to get some therapy, you need to be more realistic, and you need to think about the reality of the choices you've made in your life, which would lead you to not get the kind of man you want. Facts. But it's not really what you do, it's how you do it.
Yeah.
And the main reason nobody can really critique him is because he is a successful black man. So like he can kind of put the two fingers up and go, "Fuck you, I'm gonna say what I want to say."
But he's like a successful black man who doesn't have a successful relationship. This nigga's gonna die alone.
And that's where my disconnect came with him. Once I realized, because if you watch his videos, you see him around other women, and there's a certain vibe to a man when he's around women, when you can tell he's that nigga. We all know that nigga. Where it's like when he around women, the room changes and it's like, yo. And Kevin doesn't have that vibe and energy where it's like, okay, you one of them dudes who don't practice what you preach. Yeah, women come to him. Yeah, he got the peacock and shit down, but he don't have that energy of he the dude to keep women around and they stay around and they want to be around him for extended periods of time. Like I used to work with that nigga, and it's a very specific vibe and look you get, and I've seen it. And Kevin ain't got it.
Yeah, Kevin Samuels a weird guy. Weird guy. I want to punch him.
Whoa.
Clay, I know you got some thoughts because you actually introduced me to Kevin Samuels.
Oh shit, for real?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
I mean, I see lots of truth in what he says.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as well, you can't knock it if you haven't actually like watched the show. He actually brings it up. But anyway, yeah, I do agree with Storm and the fact that like I don't know, like I respect the dude. I don't really watch him anymore because I kind of feel like I've kind of pulled everything I can from his vids, you know? Like they're kind of mostly the same, song and dance. They're entertaining though. But I don't know. I feel like the reason he gets those relationships is because deep down, that's how he is, which is why he, pulls these women who like do like quick flings and, dishonest and whatnot. So yeah, I don't want to really get into all that, but just, yeah, that's my opinion. I feel like even if you don't agree with someone, you could still pull useful information or things you agree with them about.
That's fine.
And you still teach you something, whether it be the right way or the wrong way.
Yeah.
And yeah, I do agree that as a whole, I think most men today have a lower sense of self just from, how, like people paying for OnlyFans and just, just the culture of just how like, I don't know. It just seems like masculinity is a bit down nowadays as opposed to like how it was like 30 years ago or even further back. And then now like women have really huge overinflated ego because they usually get attention. Like they could put a picture of their ass and it's 200 likes, like yeah, and it's just it, and yeah, that's gonna raise their ego because it's just free attention. It's like, oh, I'm the shit, and so yeah, I think that's a societal problem. But overall, I think it's the men's fault because they only act like that because we allow it. So yeah.
I feel like the bigger issue when it comes to masculinity these days is because inherently you get your self-worth as a man from what you produce. Point blank period. There is you will never be seen as valuable if you don't make something, produce something, or provide something. And a lot of dudes these days don't have that kind of sense of madness instilled into them. So they're confused when they get out in the world and they do what they're supposed to, go to college, get a job, walk the bam, and it's like, okay, that doesn't make me stand out from anybody else.
You need to be original in your own way. I don't know how you do it, but you just need to be original in your own way.
Originality is hard.
That is true. It's like, yeah, you may not be able to produce something, but like, well, what's that thing like? Even funny niggas always pull girls because at the very least you funny.
Yeah.
Like you can be ugly, but you bring comfort and levity
Yeah,
to a relationship that not everybody can do.
you stand up. That's what I meant when I was saying when women are attracted to us for different reasons. That's why things are the way they are now because women are desired for their attraction and their physicality. Men are desired for their lovability. Like, what about you was lovable? Is it your irreverent sense of humor? Is it your ability to tell a story? Is it your capacity to be interesting or the knowledge that you hold? What about you draws people in? And a lot of dudes these days have a problem with it's like they don't know how to make themselves stand out. Now, a lot of dudes find comfort in that because you can just make a bunch of money and that'll solve it. But that's a band-aid. That only gets you so far.
Yeah. One thing I do particularly agree with Kevin Samuels about is like most of his callers are black women, and so like he'll ask them like, what are you looking for in a man? And typically they'll say like 6 figures, and so he gives like the stats. If I remember correctly, it was something around like over 50% of black dudes are single, and something like that of like them being in the middle class, and then they want like 6 figures, but most dudes, their average income is like around 45,000. And so they're asking for something that's like highly unlikely. And so basically what he says is like, what do you bring to the table? And, they'll be like, oh, I'm 35 and, I got 3 kids. And, if you're like a man of value where like, you're 30 years old, you're fucking millionaire, you could have any woman practically you want. And so if you're a man of value, you're definitely not going to want a woman who already has kids with someone.
Don't. I am a card carrying lover of MILFs, so I cannot. I don't know if I. I don't think I
But you're not about to
agree
marry.
with that one.
You're not about to marry a MILF.
One, I mean, not literally. No, I'm not about to. But why not? The nurse had a child, and
How'd that work
what's
out?
wrong with that? I mean, that
Wasn't
wasn't
You
that
guys
wasn't
don't like that.
because she had a kid though.
Okay.
Why you gotta say it like that? Jesus Christ! You're like, okay, sure. Oh goddamn, man, fucking hell. I don't know, man. It's just I think yeah. I don't know. Storm said it
Look,
best.
clearly I ain't got the answer, Sway. So
No, I was gonna.
None of us do, but that's why we're talking about it because these kind of conversations are how we uplift and help other black men because maybe they can find the answers and we could pool our heads together and figure this shit out.
That was a lot more positive than than I
All
was
I know
thinking.
is 3 months ago he had like 100K subscribers. He almost hit 1 million now, so he's doing something right.
Yeah, he's picking on attention-seeking women. Like they coming on because it gets him some clout, and his teardowns is like that's a whole nother conversation. But his teardowns do something for him because they got a sickness, and that sickness is they haven't been corrected, and he's a man willing to correct them, and he stands on his square. I'll give him that.
Yeah, like I've never really
I
been
think
one
he's
to
gay.
agree with the. I don't go on all that, but yeah, I've personally, I've never agreed with like the whole hookup culture thing because just I've always, my whole deep seated thing has been like, families are what like keep communities and shit together, and just seeing all these broken families and shit just makes me sad. So I've never been the one to like, one night stands and whatnot. Not to anyone, who enjoys that, but just
Yeah, that's definitely how they fucked up the government put drugs in the black community, then strung out, then imprisoned the black man.
Okay, well, yeah, but like one night stands wasn't part of the government's
that
thing.
It's like, what are you talking
Yeah,
about?
yeah, I was like, okay, all right, yeah, but like maybe just go like,
No,
not
y'all
wrong,
start
but
sharing
that ain't-
needle.
hey, maybe y'all should start having wild sex every night at these parties.
If that was they plan, they
I'm
would have
Richard
put
Nixon.
LSD in the black community, not coke and crack.
Yeah.
Although, there is some slight truth to what you did say. Like, I do see, like, just black culture songs, like, promoting, just, like, sex and degeneracy, whatever. Having a kid when you're not ready for it is the easiest way to remain poor. Easiest.
Hey, what you trying to say?
Ha!
I said remain, so if you're already poor, like,
Yeah.
Oh, so you
Yeah.
trying to say I'm poor? Is that what
Oh
you
my
saying?
God.
Oh.
Here we go. Here we fucking go.
Top 10 anime betrayals of all time. God damn. Shots fired.
Sasuke.
They really weren't. He ran into a bullet.
Oh shit!
You was holding the gun.
I'm in a
Right.
fucking pirate rage. You ran out there.
Embrace me, bro. I'm fucking around. But embrace
God damn.
for the fact that I had a kid relatively young, I'm doing fine. But I hear what you're saying.
But like, if
Yeah.
okay, but
it's just the fact that it's niggas doing a lot worse. It's
like,
it's the main
Oh,
thing.
I know. Oh boy,
but
do
yeah,
I know.
you can vouch though that like it has made things like certainly like harder and trickier.
Hey, you ain't gotta tell me 4
One
jobs.
more
my
mouth
nigga.
to feed. Yeah,
Four,
yeah.
4 jobs at one point. Shit.
Jesus H Christ.
So like,
Yeah, I be complaining about single nigga bills.
Yeah, ain't nothing like, man, rent. I just pay rent, the light bill, the gas bill, internet. Cool, we good. We need Pampers.
yep.
And tuition. Fuck draws, nigga, tuition.
Oh no, she good on that. I got a 401k. I'm stacking
McDonald's
in.
McDonald's bills.
Perfect example that just really hit that nail on the head for me was I used to work at a McDonald's when I lived in Chicago, and there was this guy. He had just got his check. He was like, "Man, after I pay child support, I got $35 for the next 2 weeks." And I'm just thinking in my mind, like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And then, like, not like 5 minutes later, some chick walked by. He's like, "Man, I fucking shit out here and like ain't learned shit." Like,
$35 buys a lot of condoms and gas. Like he could have solved that problem.
Oh,
like just God.
He could have solved that problem.
Huh.
Yeah, I get condom sex is ass, but damn.
man. What fuck you doing?
Jesus H Christ.
Yeah, just you call me a Puritan or whatever, but just like I feel like reproducing is kind of one of the best things you could do, and then just like seeing people like treat it like a burden it's like that's kind of fucked up,
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I digress.
Ah, you spitting.
You spitting facts. You spitting facts. Facts that some people don't want to hear. It's a point of view that needs to be put out there.
Just oh man, I couldn't do it.
Like Drake said, I couldn't imagine having a kid and still be out here kidding around.
Like my biggest fear would be like if I did like sleep around with somebody who I didn't really like know or whatever, would be I get them pregnant and then like I'm it's kind of over for me in my opinion.
I had a pregnancy scare in 2017, and that was the worst fucking month of my life, my nigga. I was sick. I was throwing up. I wasn't eating, wasn't sleeping.
I wouldn't even put myself in that position.
I was stressed out.
I think the problem was the position he put her in.
Yeah,
Uh,
the 10 minutes or
the
30
unprotected one.
seconds, or however long you last. I don't think it's worth the lifetime.
Nah, bro, don't. You gotta round up for me, King.
31 seconds.
Ah, come
Like, you should have put the number out. Why would you? Speaking of running into the fire.
on.
But just yeah.
I hope I never have kids.
Damn.
Yo,
I mean,
hey, yo,
there's a way
fuck
you can
all that,
solve.
cat. My daughter needs some goddamn God siblings, motherfucker.
Yeah, it ain't
Biggest
gonna come
get
from
out.
me. It ain't gonna
Biggest
come
get
from me.
out.
I
It
mean,
ain't gonna
there's a
come
way you
from
can.
me.
There's a way you can ensure that if you just,
I'm not doing that.
Oh, okay. I
I'm
ain't that
not.
serious about it.
I'm not doing that.
I
But
have an ex friend right now that said he was gonna get the snip like 3 times, and he done had 3 kids since he said that.
wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, that is a guy who never learned his lesson. But no, I just don't think I'll be a good father. I really don't. I find myself emotionally distant. Kids are very weird to me before they can like actually talk. I don't understand them. I don't view them as people exactly before they can actually
Huh?
start forming sentences.
You should straight up see how he interacts with my daughter. It's fucking hilarious. He doesn't know how to
Like
handle her.
like
It's so
it's like
it's
gotten
so
better.
fucking funny.
It's gotten better. Last time I was there, like I could like speak to her and everything, and I was like, oh wait, I finally understand. This is probably the joy of having kids, right? But like before that though, where they're just like yeah, and I'm like, you're not you. I can't speak to you, so thusly you're not a person yet. I
I
don't know what
remember
to do
the
with you.
one time, like before Cassie could talk, and like me and her were like, you can still have a conversation with a kid. You don't know fucking words. It's just, you know how to talk to your kid. And we was having a back and forth conversation, and he was looking at me like I was some kind of fucking wizard.
Yeah, it's just so weird. It's like I know I sound really fucked up. I'm like, but they're just not people yet. They're just things.
They're blobs of emotions. They're all id. Children are nothing but id, and it's so interesting to me. Like I want more kids, but I want to get to a point to where like
Ugh.
I'm comfortable in my fatherhood. But I gotta start popping these bitches out. I want to be the 101 Dalmatians in this bitch.
No. Oh my God. No.
And go see Cruella in theaters now.
they made her a tragic villain.
It's Maleficent all over again. But
Maleficent was good.
Yeah, I was
Though.
gonna say Maleficent was decent.
That was a
Maleficent
good
was decent.
movie. This one, when I found out how they tried to make her a tragic villain, it made me laugh because it sounded like some shit you would do to meme the movie.
Yeah. Can we please spoil that?
Oh yeah, fuck anybody who's excited for that movie.
Dalmatians killed her mother.
Yeah, Dalmatians killed her mother. Yeah,
Right?
that's why she hates them.
That's what she ain't, some burning passion.
Also, y'all suck. Spoiler alert. My apologies for anybody that
Nah,
wants to go see
It's
this
a
fucking
remake
movie.
for a movie. Who the fuck is listening to this and is excited about Cruella?
My God, you know
Well,
this
I
movie
know
is gonna
some-
change my life once I see
I know
Cruella
some
and see
people that are
why she
excited
really
about
hated them
Cruella.
dogs. No.
Now it thoroughly confused me how the fuck they made a 101 Dalmatians movie without a single fucking Dalmatian. But I'm not going to downplay anybody's excitement for anything.
I am. Fuck that. Certain you know what? Maybe that's why I'm a realist. Certain people don't need to be excited for certain shit. Because some things are just fucking
Damn.
stupid. This level of fucking insanity that I see with people when it comes to their entertainment and fucking media, it makes me fucking sick, all right? Like I really don't fucking understand how you can sit there and look at your fucking TV and look at these goddamn reality TV shows over and over again and then go like, oh my God, I'm so surprised that this happened like this, and not just go like, the fuck you mean you're so fucking surprised about? You've been sitting here at your goddamn couch for 13 goddamn years acting like you're fucking surprised that X broke up with fucking X and then act like you didn't see this shit 13 seasons prior. You're fucking stupid. You're a goddamn idiot and you deserve to be shot down in the fucking street like you fucking deserve because you don't appreciate media how it's supposed to be fucking appreciated.
So did you guys hear that the Kardashians are ending it on their 29th season?
I'm leaving the Discord call right fucking now.
Okay, so my thing is I also hate reality TV shows. Clearly not as much as him, But
it's beyond the reality TV shows. It's just like
It's
it's
beyond reality. Yeah.
no,
it's
the
this
beef.
idea of
My
reality. It's like, how can you be excited for this movie? What about 101 Dalmatians truly made you go like, I really want to see about Cruella de Vil? Because there was no feminist twist to it before this. There was nothing to latch onto. She was a normal Disney villain. There is no reason to be excited for this film. If I somehow upset somebody by spoiling Cruella, that person doesn't. That person is on a different wavelength than us. Okay, we just have said that they are an alien. They do not understand entertainment the way we understand entertainment. They don't comprehend stories like how you're
I
supposed to. Okay,
I can appreciate that they did something different and not just ran it back and make it arguably worse, like Lion King and Aladdin.
sure, but that's nothing to get
So,
excited about. There's
Different doesn't always equal good, and I think that's
good.
oh,
kind of the
that's right.
problem
It doesn't
with a
even
lot of media
equal.
these days.
It doesn't even equal exciting. Like in your hearts of hearts, there's no way you can be excited or care about a spoil of Cruella because
Well,
in a way
wait,
you
hold up.
know the ending.
Let me pump your brakes
I
a little
don't.
bit. The movie wasn't made for us at all.
Yeah, it was people that got their rocks off to 101 Dalmatians. I
Not
don't know
even for
about
them
y'all, but
because
I wasn't rushing to the fucking theater as a
not
kid for
even
101
not
Dalmatians.
even that because the 101 Dalmatians is just one of those in between Disney movies. This was made for women. It was a female empowerment girl hear me roar movie, which wasn't
Yeah,
made for us.
I'm a bad
yeah.
bitch.
Bitch.
But no, my beef with reality TV is that the entire premise of it is a lie. They script shit.
The
Isn't
TV
that
never
wrestling?
But wrestling doesn't anymore claim to be reality.
Hen
And then people
hen
talk shit about
hen.
wrestling.
I'm your biggest defender in this fight here. Stop it. We're not gonna win this one.
People talk shit about wrestling and say no, because I know women that
You
fucking talk shit about wrestling and then go watch fucking Real
bag
Housewives of Atlanta or some bullshit.
Hen
It's the same shit.
hen.
It's
Just
the same motherfucking thing. Them bitches gonna fight.
He
Them
doesn't
bitches gonna.
realize what he's doing.
he doesn't.
hen.
I'm just angry because
Bring it
fuck
back.
reality TV is
You're
my thing.
supposed to destroy the sim that joined him.
So yeah, I
But
want
no,
to end
I'm
that.
saying my point is I clearly not. He said people that enjoy it just be shot. I'm clearly not as fucking
I was joking. They
enthused
should.
he
about
was
this thing.
clearly being facetious, but
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Facetious. Yeah.
I'll hold the rope if you want to keep pulling it.
So the
I'll go
TV's
get the
never lied
stool.
to us, guys. It's always told us whatever we want to see. It's always told us our truth.
I
At the
f-
end of the
Our
day,
truth is a wrestler, by the way.
we should watch
that it is.
Wrestling Isn't Wrestling after this, by the way. But
That is true. I am down for that.
yeah. But
I'm
one
down.
thing I wanted to say, these reality TV shows have been chasing Flavor of Love for years now.
True.
Oh,
Because that was the
speak
first
on
big
it,
one.
King.
That was the first big one. And it legit was just this one dude in his own mind trying to get some love, and hey, let's have some people pay money to watch me do it. And they've been trying to get that same level of entertainment, contention, the human element. But once it became known that you can do this, it stopped being that. Bad Girls Club was the first time I remember it like being kind of legit, but even after that, it started getting its own tropes. It's literally like wrestling.
I will make the argument that the entire Flavor Flav reality universe is great, which
Yeah, that's
includes
right. New
the
York got
3
their own
I
seasons of
love
his
New
shit,
York. Yeah.
the 2 seasons of I Love New York, and then Real Chance of Love with the 2 niggas that came from
Oh
I
yeah,
Love
that's
New York.
right. I forgot about that.
Also, I will also vouch for Ray J's, whatever the fuck Ray J show was called, because that Danger Smash the homie shit was ran back in situations that it ain't had shit to do with, but I enjoyed it.
Smash the homies. She smashed like goddamn.
Plus, he hit it first. How you gonna argue with Ray J?
God damn
But
it.
guys,
We are
my
closing in on the 2 hour mark.
well
Yes,
that and
sir.
my
Your roast.
my roast has already been burned.
Damn.
Yeah, I
Actually,
got it. I actually got it out of the oven when Clay was talking, and it's
Uh,
burned. It's burned to a crisp. So I think we should end it here. So
yeah. On the next episode, find out find out Noir's Uber Eats order.
it's Sonic.
uh,
Spoiler alert: it's Sonic.
uh wait. No, wait.
Yeah, no, it
Wait.
is. It's a
Wait,
Sonic.
wait, wait, wait.
You don't like
Can
Sonics?
we be honest and say the food at Sonic fucking sucks?
Hey, yo,
It's
fuck you.
only good.
When I
It's
lived in
only good
Atlanta,
for drinks
when I
and ice
lived in
cream.
Atlanta, when I had to avoid eating them chitlin eating motherfuckers and they cooking all the damn time, I would walk to Sonic that was like 6 miles away just to get something to eat, and I
Well,
lived off
that's
Sonic
different.
for a summer.
You were avoiding humans. That's different.
That road ain't had no goddamn lights. I walked past 2 McDonald's and a Wendy's because I'd rather get Sonic.
Oh,
Okay. See,
that's wild as fuck.
before you said that, I was like, yeah, I like Sonic, but like you passed up a Wendy's.
I don't like
I
Wendy's.
don't. What the fuck do you
What
mean
the
you don't like
fuck?
Wendy's? This is the most contentious part of the whole thing now. What?
Yeah,
I
nah.
mean, like a Baconator's cool and all, and they fries alright, but if there's other shit, I'll go there before I go to Wendy's. Hell, I'll go to McDonald's before I go to fucking Wendy's.
What is
I
your
mean,
problem? Like, hold up.
I
I
mean,
don't like Wendy's, nigga. Like what?
I
Can the
mean,
three? Can
hold
the
on,
rest of us
hold
agree
on.
that Wendy's is a step below like a quote unquote like restaurant that serves like gourmet burgers? Can
It's
we
still
agree on
fast
that?
food. No, it's still fast food.
No,
It's
that would be Culver's if
Yeah, that'd be
anything.
Culver's, and there's a Culver's near my fuck. I'd rather go to Culver's.
yeah. I'd rather go
And
to Culver's
then
too before I go to Wendy's. But still, Wendy's is
I
like still
personally
pretty high
put
quality
Five
fast
Guys
food.
above Culver's, but if
Ah,
that's
I
a
mean,
hill to
the
die
thing
on,
is,
I'll
fuck
die on that
that.
Five
hill.
Guys is overpriced. That's the only problem.
Hey, I'll die on that hill.
I'd rather eat an M
You're
burger
gonna die
before I
broke
eat a
'cause it's too
before I eat
fucking
Hey,
expensive.
before I eat Five Guys. M burger all the way.
bro, you're paying $15 for what is essentially a double cheeseburger and fries, and they
Nigga,
give you a whole bag of fries.
I can pay $15 and make burgers and fries for a week. That tastes better than Five Guys, my nigga.
Oh, you bugging.
Like,
But we're
I'm
not
sorry.
talking about that. We all know fast food wastes our money at the end of the day. Okay, we know that. This
Yeah.
is not about that. This is about what fast food makes you feel good inside. All right,
We were supposed
like
to be
Taco
in there
Bell.
right now.
Ew.
Right? Yeah.
No,
True.
I don't think Taco Bell makes anybody feel good inside, especially after a
Hey,
couple
look,
That's,
hours.
that's
a
cocaine for
quesarito.
it's cocaine
Yeah,
for your stomach. What are you
a
talking about?
I was
quesarito is a fucking hit, man.
no,
Yeah.
I love
If I could go
Taco
to Taco
Bell.
Bell without going to the one on Stony, yeah, I'm cool.
I
Yeah.
love Taco Bell as much as anybody else, but we all know that on your way home you better stop at Family Dollar and get you some angel sauce too.
Nah,
That's
you got a
all
weak
I'm
no, you
saying.
got a weak
That's
stomach. You
like
got a
that.
weak constitution.
Yeah, your stomach bugging, dog.
Yeah. But anyway, thank
Like
you
I'm
for
paying $15 for Five Guys when I can just go to
Nigga, you gonna go
Maxwell.
to Taco Bell and spend 21.
Yeah,
No.
and
What's
I'm
that?
no. If I spend 21, I'm getting 2 quesaritos, 4 Dorito tacos, some fries. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
You guys
Anyway,
pull a Taco Bell for $5.
anyway,
Man,
thank you
oh,
guys for
God,
joining us for a
I'm feeding the
special
family.
episode of the Self-Made Monsters podcast. Hopefully, we will have future episodes just like this one.
It's Subway. You said Subway Monsters.
Actually, that is going to be
Hey,
the next subject, fast food. But
hey, I
I've
got a
been
Subway near me, and the only other options is Dairy Queen and McDonald's. I appreciate Subway a lot more than I used to.
Shit, I'd go to Dairy Queen and get a burger before I go to fucking.
I'd rather
Wendy's.
go to Jersey's Mike before I go to Subway.
The fuck is a Jersey Mike?
The fuck do you mean?
Nah,
The fuck is a
I've had Jersey
Mike?
Mike once. It's good.
I
Look, I'm
always
from
thought those
Chicago.
places was like a goddamn front because they never looked open.
Hold on, I'm from Chicago, nigga. I'm going to Potbelly. Fuck is you talking about?
Potbelly sucks. And
Potbelly,
you
what
know
the
it.
Y'all both you niggas bugging. Don't give me this.
Only time I go to Potbelly is when
All
it's
right,
convenient.
now hold up. Everybody shut up. Because clearly this should have been the subject instead. We clearly have established this.
We
But
clearly got a whole nother 2 hours to go.
Yo, next
But-
time on the Self-Made Monsters podcast, we gonna talk about how these niggas bugging on their food taste.
Yeah, can we
I
do a
have been-
tier list on the
I
next
have-
episode?
I have been StormBlessed. Join
I'm
us,
Henvincible.
I'm Claymizer.
And I've been your host with the burnt roast, Big Black Noir.
And we are the self-made monsters. Stay blessed.
Thank you for your time.